What about you? Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix this hole in my lawn. Welcome back. I'm Robbie,
and I'm here to do the work.
This is Jason. this is Jason, and in today's video, we're going to be fixing a patch of grass that we used to have a shrub bed. What problems do we have in it, Jason?
So it's got roots, it's got big stones in it, and we're going to cover it all over. Well, get the stones out, cover the roots over, and turn it back into some nice lawn.
Let's do that now.
Surely there's an easier way to do this. Grab that other shovel, Robbie.
What's that, Jason?
This is how we confuse Robbie. Give him 2 shovels and ask him to take his pick.
If you enjoy your videos with a bit of banter, make sure to drop us a follow, subscribe, and smash the like button. Now, let's get on with this. Now, a lot of people always ask me on projects like this why we always raise it up. It's much easier to raise an area up without digging way down, because you never know what you're going to hit. You can see already that we've got some stones and roots to deal with. Whenever we go down, then you're going to have more roots and stones to deal with. So it's always easier, or nearly always easier, whenever you're fixing holes in your lawn, to raise it up instead of raising it down. The 3 big stones out of the way. We have a couple of other stones in around here, the likes of this, but this shrub bed is going to grow over the top of it, so I'm not going to be too worried about those. We're just looking to create a nice shallow mound down to that. Jason's just found another stone.
Only a little one.
So as you can see, we're now all dug over. Maybe not just as deep as we'd like it, but there was a lot of roots from this tree underneath, so quite hard work, but it's all turned over, and now we're just going to do something. We're going to give it a final turnover and then be ready for the next stage. Now we've got this all prepared, ready to go.
Topsoil time. I need another bag.
Oh, hurry up, boss.
Come on.
Yes, boss. So today we're using these small bags. Now, generally for jobs like this, we would use a ton bag. However,
with the delivery costs and with the time frame, it was just more effective to get these.
And in a lot of ways, it's been quite handy using these here. But generally, I'd say get a ton bag, and you'll always find a use for any extra soil.
Yeah, yeah. It's handy with those bags though, because you can put them where you want them, cut the bottom, lift up, and you're not worrying about barrowing and shoveling the ton bag that comes down.
We recently did a video on Amazon, cheapest lawn care tools, and we found this lawnlet. It seemed to be a really good job, and we've been using this in a lot of our videos recently, and it's been working really well. Now, if you didn't have one of these here, you could just use a rake. Never fails to amaze me whenever you start off with a small hole and you start filling in and it turns into a large hole. Now, obviously this isn't the final level. What's next, Jason?
The Premier Lawn Shuffle.
Let's see those feet in action there.
So I'm just using the lawn loop now because it's really good at shifting dirt. So I'm pushing dirt up the mound to fill a little divot at the top. I think we're going to get a couple more bags because there's a bit of a divot here and around the edge, just where we've dug out, there's a bit of a rise, if you can see here.
To find levels on lawns, again, you don't need any expensive tools. You can use a board. Now this one's a little bit bowed whenever I look down it, so we don't want to use that. So I'm just going to use the level. Now whenever we take the level and we set it down there, we can see that there's a hole in there. However, there is a lot of undulations in the lawn. So for this project, I'm not going to be super fussy. If this was a paid job at a customer's house, yes, I'd 100% fill it in. But then there's a gap here. So I'd probably have to fill this in properly as well. But we'll see how much soil we have and if we can fill this in and maybe fill a bit more of that in. How many bags have we used in this project, Jason?
So far 20 bags.
So let me know in the comments down below if you think we should have got a ton bag, or would you, if you were doing this yourself, would you use the bags like we did, or would you use the ton bag? Let me know in the comments below. What's the next job, Jason?
Seeding.
Why do we do the final rake here, Jason?
Create channels for the seeds to go into.
Now before we do the seeding, let me just tell you that if you want to find out how a really good way to keep the seed safe from the birds, make sure to watch the end because I'm going to show you how we do it, and it guarantee works to keep the birds off your seed.
Time to get the seeding done.
It's all on the wrist apparently, Jason. What seed are we using today, Jason?
So we're using a Ryan fescue mix, which is good for the shade and also a good all year round seed as well.
If you're new to lawn care and you don't know how much seed to use, it's a very easy method. Measure out the size of area, measure out your seed, and then put the seed out at the application rate that the manufacturers, or it says on the bag, just put it out at that rate. Always buy an extra bit of seed for your area. What's next, Jason?
Pre-seeder. I'm just going to do this by hand, just because of the small area.
I'll leave a link down in the video description where you can get seed and fertiliser from.
If you want the birds to stay off your newly seeded grass, use our Irish Scarecrow. If you want to see another video about filling in humps and hollows, watch this video next.